Hey everyone, Matthew with Matthew Ventures Outside. Just coming at you with a little bit of a different video today. I have been trying to go camping um, more tent camping in the past few months, as we unfortunately have lost our camper. Um, Decided and now is a good time to get back out and try to do tent camping again. So one of the main things I knew I would need is my old Coleman Powerhouse. This is the unleaded 414, I'm sorry. I have had this guy for several years. When I was younger, this was my main point of cooking. Of course, this is the unleaded or the Coleman white fuel and the pump to pump up the tank itself. This little guy has served me quite well over the years. Unfortunately, when we did switch to camper camping, I neglected this guy. To the point where when I got this out earlier this season, it still had fuel in it from a long time ago. So that's a shame on me for letting this little guy go. However, considering that, I was still able to get it fired up and was able to use it in our camping trip that we had about a month ago. I will say it took a little longer. I had to finagle with things and kind of troubleshoot as I went. If you're not using these things often, I guess you tend to forget how to get it going, and that is what happened to me. I did find out, however, that the plunger that of course is over here to pump up the tank. I found out the O-ring that's within here has degraded and it does not make a good seal, making it very difficult to get this guy up to pressure and maintain pressure. I was able to take it apart and use some oil to get the O-ring back into a pliable state to make it usable again. However, it's not consistent. Definitely not consistent enough for me to take it out on a camping trip. Now, I will say I am not going boondocking. I am not going way out in the wild. I'm talking Corps of Engineers, something around a lake, close to a Walmart. I'm not to that level just yet. But in going through all that with my last camping trip, I did find that getting something as simple as coffee going was a little difficult. I found that I think I need coffee to get this guy going, and unfortunately, until this guy is going, I don't have coffee. So, if you've ever used these, you know that they can be slightly cantankerous. Once you have it up to pressure, and you have to flip your little lever up here, give it a couple turns here to start things going, and it allows the generator back here to properly aerosolize the gas to allow the burners to work properly. Of course, the burn tube here has to get up to temperature first for all of this to operate efficiently. There being the problem of getting things going quickly. I also found with our last camping trip too that this tank has developed a leak. I believe all of this is serviceable. I just have not done it yet. I definitely will get this repaired because using the white fuel or even unleaded gasoline as a backup fuel source, as a cooking method, even for a home, is something that I would want. Though in searching for everything, it went through my head, maybe it's time to buy a new stove. I don't know if you've looked online or even at Walmart. There are new stoves. They are probably half the size. They are very compact. They are light. From what I've seen, though, most of the reviews say that they are very delicate. And I believe that this stove is well over 30 years old. I've not treated it the best, and it still looks pretty good. So getting rid of this one was not something that I really wanted to do. So through my searches and trying to find a solution to being able to keep the stove and have either a repaired tank, but even have something that would be a little bit quicker to operate, as propane is, brought me to this little guy here. So what this does is allows a propane, either a 1 pound bottle fits right onto here, or you can have an adapter and hose to hook this up to a 20 pound, whatever propane bottle you may have. But in doing this, uses the exact same connection, fits right in here. This spring here actually will fit on here, and I'll show that in a second. But this allows you to, without any further modifications, turn the stove into a propane stove. So again, this is very simple. This is like using any other device with the 1 pound propane. That snugs in there. This goes across here, just like your regular tank. Spring catches there, holds it pretty sturdy. Obviously, if it was going somewhere, you wouldn't want that, but as long as it's sitting still, this is not going anywhere, and it holds pretty tight within there. Again, if anybody's messed with the regular white gas tank, you know you've got at least 5 minutes for it to get up to operating temperature to have a nice blue flame. However, I need coffee making now. Now it's just as simple as turn the propane on, and we have a nice warm flame ready to go. Coffee is ready to be made. And if you're wondering, since we do have two, this would be the same operation with the white fuel. If you are wanting to have the second burner running, of course you have to have the pressure up high enough. Opening up the valve on this side. And I don't know if it's showing up on camera well, but the other burner is already up and running as well. So now you can adjust the two sides. So now you can have your something cooking on this side and coffee on this side, or this side's hotter, so my coffee would go on that side because I need that quicker. But very, very simple operation. And of course, when you're done, just as simple as turning that off. I'm going to go ahead and close this so next time I don't accidentally cause any problems. So for me, we took this out this last camping trip. It was over Labor Day weekend, so we were on a 3-day weekend, and we used this for cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I will say that a 1 pound propane bottle will last you at least the weekend. But this is going to use it quick, especially if you're using both burners. We had both burners normally running. We like to have coffee throughout the day, and little things that we like to cook here and there. So it did go relatively quickly. So if you're going to be out for more than a couple days, make sure you have a couple of these 1 pound bottles, or a larger bottle, whatever you're going to use, and as long as you've got the attachment for that. If you've got it up high enough to really get things cooking, these guys also will develop frost. Obviously, this is a gas container, and as it's releasing that fuel, you're going to get a lot of condensation on the outside, and it's going to freeze. So we noticed that several times. So I will link the Amazon product that I got. I cannot remember the name of it at the moment, and I do apologize. I will have it down below. So we've really enjoyed using this over the weekend, over the 3-day weekend. We definitely plan on taking it out more as we try to do more camping. But this propane has really made it a lot easier for this stove to be used. My wife is not as used to using the tank, and let's be honest, if we're able to get our wives to go camping with us, which my wife is always ready to go. However, we want to make this as convenient as possible. We don't want to make things harder than they need to be. This makes things very simple and makes it very easy to fire this up and use this when needed. So again, I'll have this in the description below. My review on it so far, very nice, very handy. Allows me to keep the Coleman stove that I've had forever and was not really keen to get rid of to begin with. This guy's been faithful. If I had taken better care of it, it would probably still be kicking just as well. But the failures that it's had has been completely on my part. So yeah, Have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I will try to answer what I can. I'm no expert, but I have tried this out and do recommend it.